Okay, today we're going to be talking about the 12-bar blues in A major. We're going to review a little bit of what we learned, talk about the chord changes that we've been working on, and how it all applies in the 12-bar blues, okay? So I shared with you a set of Google Slides that had the chord charts and the form for the 12-bar blues. So I'm going to link that below so that you can use that as a reference point as too while you play along. But let's just go over real quick in a general sense of what it's going to look like. Another word for bar is measures. Okay, so we're going to divide up our music into different measures. I'm going to make 3 lines just so it's easier to see. Okay, I'm going to put repeat signs on either side because you're going to repeat this pattern throughout the music. When you make your recording today, you're going to play through this pattern at least 2 times through. Okay, follow the repeat signs. So I'm going to add in bar lines to make our measures, or bars, right? Those words are interchangeable here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars all together. So in A major, the 1 chord starts with an A. I'm going to draw that in. Then we go to D, back to A. Second line we go to the 5th, to E chord, E major by the way. And back to A. Here, technically, we could do E or A. It's interchangeable in this type of form, but for our purposes, we're going to end on A here. So, quick review on what those chords look like. It's going to be important that you practice the chord transitions before doing the whole thing. So, last week, we worked on A major to D major. This week, on Monday, I posted a video in Seesaw doing A and E. Right now, you and I are going to look at E and D. Practicing each of those transitions separately will help you build up the skills to play this music all together, okay? This little skill building is going to add up to making it really musical, okay? So you can change quickly between the chords. So, review. This is our A chord. We start with pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the D string and follow with our middle finger and ring finger on the strings behind it. It's all still in the 2nd fret though, okay? The chord chart looks like a straight line, but once you end up playing it kind of looks like a diagonal. So we play 5 strings from the A string down. That's our A major chord. And then if we move to the D chord, okay, some of you have your orange stickers on here. We make our triangle shape. This is something we've been working on for a while. So we strum from the D string down 4 strings. Okay. The E major chord that we started working on Monday looks a lot like A minor. That's A minor. But you take everything and shift things up. Shift your fingers up 1 string. And now you can play all 6 strings for E major. So there's no real easy tricks to go from E major to D major. Just take it slow, float your fingers, go 1 finger at a time if you need to. So I'm going to demonstrate a few of those chord changes from E major to D major. I want you to follow along and play along. This is the 1 chord change we haven't really worked on before. And then I'm going to put it all together and show you 2 different ways that you can play this, okay? So we're going to start on the E major chord. And then I'll give you 3 beats, and you're going to slowly float and switch your fingers to D major, okay? So I'll give you 3 beats to switch. Start on E major again. Remember, we're strumming from 6 different strings to 4 different strings now, okay? So, E major, switch, 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 D major, switch, 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 E, switch, 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 D, switch, 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 E, switch, 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 D, switch, 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 E, switch, 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 D, switch, switch, switch. Now, let's try to do 2 beats of switch. Now, instead of playing along with me, you could also opt in to just use a metronome or one of the drum set tracks that we do. Pick a BPM, stick to it, and then increase it from there. So, let's start again. E major, just 2 beat switch. E, switch, switch, D, switch, switch, E, switch, switch, D, switch, switch, E, switch, switch, D, switch, switch, E, switch, switch, D. Okay, now let's try and put 1 beat switch in between. If you're having trouble with this, stop the video, turn on a metronome, or rewind it and try go back to 3 beats of switch, okay? We are E, switch, D, switch, E, switch, D, switch, E, switch, D, switch, E, switch, D, switch. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 ways that you could play this for your recording in Seesaw. Now keep in mind that each measure is 4 beats, so we're just going to play 4 quarter notes for each one. Just imagine that's all of them. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate if we were to play every beat of it. This is one way that you could play it if you're comfortable with it. Okay, so I'm going to start on A. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 2. Measure 3. Measure 4. We're going to the second line. Switch to D. D. Second measure. We'll go back to A now. Now we switch to E. Third line. Now we go to D. Back to A. We end it there. Last measure. Good. Now don't forget to repeat it. Now, here's your other option. Play each chord 1 time for that measure, but keep a beat, yeah? Maybe you'd want to put on a drum track as a backtrack just so it feels a little bit more musical. You can have that backtrack playing during your Seesaw video too. I'm totally cool with that. So let's start on A. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and A, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, measure 3, 2, 3, 4, last measure. Now we switch to D, D, 2, 3, 4, measure 2, 3, back to A, 2, 3, 4, last measure. Here we go, third line, E, E, 2, 3, switch to D, 2, 3, back to A, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Okay, just remember to play it 2 times through. Really check that your fingers are on the right strings. Pick a tempo that works for you. Make it musical, make it nice. So have fun with the blues today, and I'll talk to you later.